Hello everyone, welcome to week 11 of our 12 weeks of Christmas series. This week I have this beautiful, elegant, gorgeous box, and it's kind of a fun fold box. It's really cool. I can't wait to show this to you, but we're going to get to this in just a minute. But before we get to our project, I thought maybe I'll show you guys some sneak peeks from our new catalogs today. How would you like some sneak peeks? Do you guys want to see some cool new products? Now, I'm not going to show you everything that I got in my pre-order, but I'm going to show you some of my favorite items. These catalogs will be available starting January 4th. If you do not have a demonstrator and you are in the United States, I'd love to send you these catalogs. My goal is to get these catalogs out by the end of the week. We'll see if that happens. There's a lot going on this week. If you do need to shop for any products this month, this is my December host code. All orders will receive a PDF with 3 exclusive projects, and if your order is over $50 more, you're also going to receive a coordinating make and take package to go with those projects. I'll send it to you in the mail. Alright guys, so I mentioned I'm not going to share everything I got in my pre-order, but I'm going to show you some of my absolute favorite items. And then over the next few weeks on my blog, you'll see more and more of these items up on my blog. I already have lots of projects made and lots of blog posts nearly ready to go. So you'll see these more and more in the next couple weeks, but I did want to share a few of them with you because they are some of my favorite items. They're really fun. Alright, the first one is the Hello Ladybug bundle. This is a punch bundle. Now, what I love about our upcoming mini catalog is that there are so many punch bundles. I actually bought, in my pre-order, I think I bought more punch bundles than I did die and stamp bundles. So, I love the punch bundles. Alright, so this is the Hello Ladybug punch bundle. The punch will punch out the body of the ladybug as well as the wings. It is so cute. I love this one. This is a keeper. Love it. Probably my favorite punch bundle that I've used probably the most out of any of the products that I've gotten so far is the Cactus Cuties punch bundle. I love this one. I loved it when I saw it in the catalog. When I started to use it, I loved it even more. This punch bundle is a little bit different in that the punch actually punches just inside the lines of the images. So you don't get that white outside line. You actually get just a clean finished punch. And so the punches, these images are just slightly bigger than what they'll punch. And so it looks fabulous. I love it. And definitely one of my favorites. I've used this a ton. All right, another punch bundle. We have the Happy Hedgehogs, the bundle. So the punch will punch out the body and then also his little, I don't know what you call those on hedgehogs, little spines or quills, whatever. But I love this. I love the sweet little greetings in here. And then the little hedgehogs, they are so cute. I haven't used this one yet, but it's on my list. All right, we have a die bundle. This stamp set I actually got for free from Stampin' Up. They sent this to all the people who attended their virtual convention, their on-stage event this year. So this is one I got for free, but in the catalog, you can actually bundle it with these dies. And these dies are pretty amazing. So they have, they're just greeting dies. There's, you are amazing, thanks. And so it has like the detailed word, and then it also has like a shadow of that word, so you can layer them together. Just really fun. Lots of versatile ways you can use this. I love the stamp set. I love the dies. Cannot wait to use all of them together. All right, this one you might have actually seen on my blog, the hexagons. So the entire die set is pretty amazing. It's definitely a good one to have lots of basic shapes, but you can actually bundle it with this stamp set. This is the Hello Beautiful stamp set, and then these are the beautiful shapes dies. But the greetings in here are good. Lots of little abstract shapes you can really build cards with, build different backgrounds. So this is a keeper. I love this one, especially those hexagons. Just love it. One of my favorites for sure. Now, I did feature a card on my blog with this one on Friday. So if you check my blog on Friday, you may have seen a card using this little kitty down here. But this is one of my favorites. Catch you later. If there's animals in it and then there's puns in it, you can guarantee you I'm going to buy it because it is my favorite type of stamp. So anyway, this is a good one. I have lots of ideas with that one. Lots of cards coming up with that one. All right, let's do a few celebration ones. This is the driving by. This is a really cute one. I used this one with my team yesterday at our event. Really cute one. Don't discount it. It's such a cute set. The catching butterflies. This is a really cute one. I haven't done anything with it, but I have, let me see if I can grab this without making an entire mess. I have actually stamped the little girl and colored her. So I have plans for this. It just hasn't happened yet, so it's sitting up here in my to-do list pile. But this is a good one, another celebration one. And then another celebration one. This one actually comes with paper. This is the Friendly Hello one, and it actually gets bundled with paper. So you get the stamp set and the paper as one celebration item. Now, I've used a ton of this paper already, so there's not a lot left, but there are just really good, let me see if I can get this in here, just really good, fun patterns in here. Look at that green one. Oh, love. So, and then that rainbow one, beautiful, just really good patterns. So that is the Friendly Hello, and those are celebration ones. Now, I'm just going to show you a couple more papers. And then we're going to move on to our project. Let me move that out of the way. I told you guys I wasn't going to share everything. You guys will see stuff eventually, but I did want to just share a few things just to get you excited. This paper, what is this paper called? This is the Artfully Compost paper. Now I've used, you guys can already see all these scraps on here. I've used this one a ton already, just making tons of little projects. But the papers are just stunning. Lots of beautiful papers. There is actually a bundle that goes with it that I am now regretting not getting, so that bundle is going to have to go on my next order for sure. But really good paper. And then the last paper that I'm going to show you guys is probably my favorite paper. This is the Abstract Beauty paper. Now this paper is a different size. This paper is a 4x6 size, so it's a different size than we're used to, but it's kind of cool. I definitely would have liked these patterns in much bigger sizes, but they're so gorgeous. I'll take them in any size. But there's lots of gold accents. Look at that one. I love all the abstract stuff that goes with it. This paper actually coordinates with that hexagon bundle with the hexagon dies and that Hello Beautiful stamp set. Anyway, the backs are real, just beautiful. Simple. Look at that one. Ah, that's me totally. More just basic patterns, but anyway, I love them. So that is just a little tiny quick sneak peek of what's coming in the next catalog, in the mini catalog. So remember, if you are in the United States and you need a catalog, you don't have a demonstrator that you're working with, please contact me. I'd love to get you a catalog. All right, guys, this is what we're making today. This is, we're using the Peaceful Deer bundle. Let me get that one out. This is another punch bundle. We're not using any dies at all today, guys. Just punches. This is a Peaceful Deer bundle. Now, I've done, World Card Making Day, I did a whole class with this bundle. And in my blog post, I'll actually link back to that class if you want to see it, if you missed it on World Card Making Day. But let me show you this box. So you open up the sides, and I'm calling this a book fold box because you open it up like a book, and then there's two little boxes on each side. And then inside the box, there are two of these little, I don't know what you call, they're called Godiva Mini Bars. So there's two of these on each side. So this box will actually hold 4 little bars here, 4 treats for whoever you want to give this to. Just a really, really fun gift. Now, this is a little bit of a more pricey gift. These Godiva bars are not cheap. So maybe save these for your super special friends. This box comes with 8 in them. I only have 3 left, so the box we're making today is only going to have 3 candies in them. But it does come with 8, so if you don't eat one like I did, you'll have enough to make 2 full boxes. But I'm definitely, I got mine at Walgreens, but I've seen these everywhere. I've seen these in the grocery store, so you can get these anywhere. But definitely reserve this project maybe for somebody a little more important to you, maybe. Maybe I'll say that. This isn't one you want to give to like the mailman. But okay, so let's get this one made though. All right, first things first, we're gonna score up our box. So let me move that out of the way. We're gonna get our Simply Scored in, and the paper you're gonna need, I'm using Evening Evergreen, and you're going to need paper that is 7.5 by 3 7/8. So let's go ahead and start on the 7.5 inch side. We are going to score it at 1.5, 1 7/8, 3 3/8, 4 1/8, 5 5/8, and 6. Now I know that was a lot of measurements, especially 1/8 measurements. All the measurements are listed in the video description, and they will be on my blog in about an hour. All right, on the short side, the 3 and the 7/8 inch side, score it at 3/8 of an inch on each side. I'm just going to turn it and do the other side. All right, that is all of our scoring. Put this away. Stick that up over there. Okay, so that is all of our scoring. So we're going to do some folding and burnishing. Now these are only 3/8 inch tabs, so they are pretty tiny. So just take your time, be careful. So you get everything nice and burnished, so it really does help the box go together. And the box is actually super simple to put together. I know it looks super fancy, but I'm telling you guys, this is super simple. And you could always modify the measurements to fit whatever you have. All right, so we're gonna do some trimming. So while you're holding your box in the long way like this, there are, it goes rectangle, square, rectangle, shorter rectangle, rectangle, square, rectangle. Basically, the only tabs that we are keeping are going to be the 4 largest rectangles. Everything else is going to be cut away. So on either side, we're going to do the same on both sides, so it doesn't matter. So just cut up those score lines pretty much all the way around, all the way down. Remember, we're keeping the longer rectangles here. So just cut those all away. And then all I'm going to do is I'm just going to start folding back the longer rectangles that we're keeping. And then we're just going to cut away the ones that we are not keeping. Let me go back in here, try to cut that a little bit better. There we go. Pull that off. So we're going to keep that one. I'm going to cut this one off. Okay, we're going to keep this one. And we're going to cut this one off. Okay, so that is basically what it's going to look like. So it's going to kind of look like little, I don't know, like big teeth or gears, kind of. That's kind of what it reminds me of. So we're going to do the exact same thing on this side. Now you can keep these little tiny square tabs and just fold them into the box. I really didn't feel like it was necessary. I actually made a box both ways. And the little tiny tabs, they're just so tiny and it's just not worth the time putting the glue on it. The box doesn't really need it. So you can, if you want to keep the tabs, you can. I just felt like that was an unnecessary step, so I'm getting rid of them. I'm all about efficiency, guys. All right, skip one and cut that one off. Okay, so this is all the trimming on your box. So the box will essentially fold together like this, and then it'll fold again like that. Isn't that cool? So you could really, whatever you have that you want to give away, you can really just kind of modify the measurements. You just need to modify the width, the length. I mean, it can easily be done. All right, now, before we start assembling it, I do want to add the designer series paper. I don't normally do this before we assemble it, but because I want to punch some little finger notches here, I do want to make sure I add them. So we're going to kind of dry fit where everything's going to go. So let me grab some adhesive. Now the DSP that I'm using, this is the Eden's Garden DSP. This is the one that is, where is it? Here it is. This is limited time only. This came out with our early release for our Eden's Garden product, and the DSP is pretty stunning. It's lots of soft, succulent, evening evergreen gold. It's a gorgeous DSP, and you know, I just love like the classy feel to this, and I think it works really well for Christmas too. So that is what we're using today. Put that down. So I have 3 pieces here. They're all cut to the same size. I have 2 of the same pattern and then 1 of a different pattern for the front. So they're all cut to the same size, so they're all 1 3/8 by 3. Now these are the inside pieces, and so we're gonna kind of figure out how this is gonna go. These are gonna be our 2 inside pieces. So I'm actually gonna flip it over, and we're gonna glue these to the outsides of our box here, which is actually going to end up being the inside. So just stick those on. Now the measurements give it just a tiny bit of a border. If you want a larger border, just trim your DSP just a little smaller. Okay, and then another piece of DSP here on this side. And then for our last piece of DSP, this one's going to go on the front. So when you put this back together like this, you're going to figure out which side is the front. So it's going to be, and it really doesn't matter, they're the same on each side, so you're just going to pick one. And you can even cut another piece and put it on the back if you want, but I'm just covering the front. You can use the back to write a note, or if you wanted to write a note to your recipient, you could always just replace one of the pieces of DSP with a piece of basic white, and then you'll have room to write your note. All right, now to make our little finger hole notches, let's see, I'm going to grab my ruler, and we're just going to mark center because I don't think I can eyeball this. So this is about 3 1/8 in length, so we're just going to go like just right past 1 1/2, and I'm just going to make a little mark with my pen. so I know exactly where the center is. And I'm measuring between the score lines. so. All right, now I'm going to take a 3/4 of an inch circle punch. This is actually retired punch, but look around with your punches, look around with your dies. You never know what you might have. You might have a 3/4 inch circle punch already. So I'm just going to punch out just a little bit, just making sure that little mark I made is in the center. And all right, so there we go. Now they might line up. This one lines up pretty well. You'll see on this one they don't line up pretty well, and that's because I didn't measure it. So you'll see, like, but it doesn't matter. I think it's still a big wow. All right, so let's start assembling our box now. Now that we have all our DSP in, we've made our finger notches, let's go ahead and assemble our box. So what we're gonna do is on these outside pieces, just on these little top tabs, top and bottom tabs, I'm gonna put a piece of tear tape on each of them. So one here and one here, and then we're gonna do the same on this side. You can use any strong adhesive you want. You can use liquid glue, you can use Stampin' Seal Plus, whatever you want. The tear and tape is actually the exact length of those little tabs, the exact width of them. So it's a fabulous little find there. So it'll fit perfectly. All right, take off all of your backings here. Not the adhesive, just the backing. Okay, take that all off. One more here. Okay. All right, now to assemble it, all we're going to do is just fold this over. We're going to put the adhesive onto this little tab here, and just make sure your corners are all square. Just give that a good little press, and do the same up here on this side. Fold the back down, fold the front over, just give it a little press. So it is a really easy box, but it does pack a really big punch because it's so unique. I don't think I've ever seen a box like this, but it's so fun. All right, so there's our little box, and it's gonna fold up perfectly, just like that. Isn't that cute? All right, now let's stick our chocolates in. Their little gold wrapper matches the gold foil perfectly. Now, remember, this side's only enough 3 or 1. I'll have to buy another package of these. And we're gonna fold it in half, and we're gonna keep it closed with some ribbon. So I have some soft succulent ribbon here. And let's see. I'm just going to kind of fold this over. We're going to cut a length off of it, and we're just going to tie a bow onto this side. And we want to do this first because we're going to adhere the ribbon down with the art label on the front. So just do this part first. Tie the bow. Now make sure to leave long ends. Leave it a long loopy bow because your recipient will probably want to retie it up. So just make sure you leave long bows so they can retie it. Isn't that cute? You can just give this away just like this. I'd be totally happy getting that. That's so cute. All right, but let's do some stamping. Let's jazz this up just a little bit. We're gonna get some grid paper. Now the stamping that we're gonna do, I have a tag, a white tag that I've punched with the Label Me Lovely punch. We're gonna do some stamping on that. And then I just have a scrap piece of basic white that we're gonna stamp our deer on. So let's start with our deer. And actually these are photopolymer stamps. So I'm actually gonna get out my Stampin' Pierce mat here. And that's just gonna give me a little bit of extra cushion for these stamps. Photopolymers sometimes need that little bit of extra cushion to help get a really good impression. And since this deer has our actual greeting in it, I wanna make sure that we get a really good crisp impression. So I'm gonna stamp that onto my scrap piece of white. It's a gorgeous stamp. I'm using Evening Evergreen ink. Isn't that gorgeous? I just love this. Now this Peaceful Deer set and punch is carrying over. The bundle price, I'm gonna need this again. The bundle price is not carrying over though, so if you wanna get this in a bundle and save 10%, make sure you buy it before January 3rd. But it will carry over. You will be able to get it later as well, just not in the bundle price. All right. So I have soft succulent here, and then I have the little grouping of 3 trees. And I'm going to stamp this on my little tag here. I'm going to do one on each side. And the trees don't have to be even or level. I'm going to stamp one off. I'm going to do we're doing lots of textures here, lots of different shades of trees. Isn't that gorgeous? Just like a little forest of trees. Now that was with soft succulent. I'm going to close this one. And then I have the little cluster of just I guess there's 2 trees on here, 2 trees, the 2 small trees. And we're just going to stamp a couple of those right in the front. And that's going to give us even more dimension to our little forest there. Isn't that cute? Love that. All right, that's all the stamping. You guys could easily make a ton of these if you wanted to. There was, like I said though, this is more of a pricier gift though with those Godiva chocolates, but you could absolutely do it. All right, let's get our dimensionals. Actually, we need to punch our deer out. So let's slide that in. So with this punch, I like to just check his feet, make sure all his feet are lined up in the punch. Hello, and his head. All right, check all the head, tail, feet, everything's lined up. All right, we have our little deer. Isn't that cute? Love it. So cute. All right, let's get this assembled. We're gonna do a couple of dimensionals on the back of our deer. Peel the backings off of that. That's gonna go right onto our tag, and it's kind of up high, like the deer's kind of jumping. And then this is gonna go right on the front of our box. I'm gonna put the dimensionals on straight onto my box, just to make sure that we're covering up that ribbon, first of all. And second of all, the tag hangs off on the side a little bit, and so you just wanna make sure you're not putting adhesive where it's gonna hang off. So a few dimensionals onto our box. And this goes right onto the center, but we're not done. We have to add just a little bit of sparkle to this. So these little, do you see these little beautiful little gems down here? These are the garden gems. These also go with that Eden's Garden suite. The gems in the paper are only available while supplies last, so make sure you get them. So I actually have another one here. So, but you can see you get the beautiful like cherry cobbler circle ones, and then these beautiful leaf ones that we're going to use today. So let me grab my take your pick tool. And I've already gone through 2 sheets of these, and then I have another couple here that I'm working my way through. So they are gorgeous little gems, just beautiful. And so just a little cluster of 3. I put 2 on the bottom, 1 on the top, and that completes our project. Isn't it gorgeous? I love those gems. They are just so stunning. And then you have your little book fold box. And the little chocolate bars just slide right out. It's so cute. I just love it. So that is week 11 today, guys. So next week is our final week of our 12 weeks of Christmas countdown. Just a couple of reminders for my Facebook Lives this week. This week I will be live, but it'll be Thursday instead of Wednesday. You know, we have to work around the work schedule with my husband and I sharing an office. So it's easier for me to go live on Thursday this week with both of our schedules. So I'll be live Thursday this week, I think at 9 a.m. But I'll make sure to remind you guys in my business page where I'll go live at 9 a.m. And then next week will be our final 12 weeks of Christmas Facebook Live. I will be live here at 1 p.m. next Sunday as well. And then you guys are going to take a couple weeks off. So you won't see me live for a couple weeks after next week. But I will have so many fun things going up on my blog. So make sure you plan to check my blog over the Christmas break. And but I will make sure and see you guys next week. I do have a really fun project for next week. I have it constructed in my head. I haven't made it though. But it's going to be amazing. If you do need to shop for any supplies, please head to my online store. Use this host code if you're shopping in December. Also, if you loved any of those sneak peek items, you can add all of those items to your starter kit right now. You can join my team and put them in your starter kit. If you're interested in doing that, there's a link to join in the video description as well. All right, guys, if you are watching this on Facebook, please please share this with a friend. If you're on YouTube, please like and subscribe to my channel. And I will see you guys Thursday in my business page, and then I'll see you guys here for week 12 next week. All right, guys, have a great week. Bye.